Have you ever wondered why all those ads pop up on your Facebook and Instagram and social media feeds that are really geared towards you? We've got Val Wassman here, our awesome rock star marketing director. She's going to tell us exactly what she does to make that happen and how sellers and buyers can tap into these to make sure they know exactly what's happening in the market. Check out the episode now. Welcome to episode 36 of Tom's Take. Val, thanks for being here again.
Thanks.
You're here every day, so it's not a tough guest to get, but she brings a lot of knowledge. So we're coming off an event that our team put on this week, Level 10 Business for a Level 10 Life, where we had Bill Pipes in the house, national coach, national speaker, talking about digital rapport building and how to convert more leads digitally, and what some of the techniques are that sellers can use and leverage to get their listing out to the masses. So before we get into that, what we know is that 100 million people a day log into Facebook. It's a pretty big number, right?
Huge.
So that's basically the internet. So knowing that's the case, Val, why don't you walk everyone through our social media advertising strategies for our listings? And sellers, this is going to be a great topic for you to go over so you can make sure the same thing's happening with your home so you're hitting the right targeted buyers. So why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so it's great to have the home on Zillow and all those regular sites. But having it on Facebook when you're just connecting to connect with other people, but you're also seeing those ads that are directly targeted to you. So for a new listing, we know that the buyer could be a first-time home buyer or a growing family, or if it's a very luxurious home, that someone who has more assets might be able to afford that home more than somebody else. So when you do an ad, there's all kinds of things that you can do to target those buyers with their behaviors and their job titles. Even like you can target first-time home buyer or people that are likely to move or people that already own a home and might want to be making a move.
So sellers, let's review this again. If you have a home and you were a first-time home buyer when you bought it, you can target people like you when you bought the property. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
That's pretty high tech, and that's really focused. And the beauty of this is that these things kind of go viral. And what we've seen happen is maybe you don't hit the actual buyer, but there's like a comment or a like or a share. And then we reach out with direct messages and we can find out who the buyer is. So we actually have people prospecting for us.
Right.
And
so
go ahead.
You have to make sure that you're interacting on the post, because if someone says, oh, I want to see this house, and there's no response, it's kind of wasted.
Yeah, well, it's like anything else. You have to convert the lead. It's not about just getting the lead, right? So what we're able to do, and the cool thing about this, and really for all the agents out there watching, if you're not doing this, you need to take notes. Val is walking you through a very clear strategy, and if you're a seller and this isn't happening for your home, you really need to understand why it's not, because this taps into the population that's going to be a buyer. So we know how the ads work, but talk a little bit about some of the advanced targeting techniques on Instagram, the stories, the location, and hashtags, because those things can really help us target the right people as well.
Yeah, so on Instagram specifically, you can add a location on a story. So everyone in that location who's watching these stories can see those, whether they live there, they're traveling there, they're just visiting, passing through, they're all going to see it. So, I mean, if you visit a town and you decide that you want to live there, there's a house for sale.
Well, that happens. I mean, people drive around to see what areas they like to really see if they want to buy in there, because you're buying into the neighborhood as much as you're buying into the house, the features, the floor plan, all those sort of things. So what it really sounds like is that this has gone from, it's, like you said, it's great being on Zillow and Trulia, but this is super focused, and there's usually a specific buyer for a property. Mm-hmm. So you're rolling this out for our open houses, our listings. I mean, what's your kind of strategy? Let's walk us through like day 1 through day 7, and maybe like an open house advertising strategy.
Yeah, so for the open house, basically that's the first thing you mention in the ads. So that's the first thing people are seeing. And then they're going to the photos, then they're going to the website, getting more information on the pricing, the time. And then so we'll run the ad for about a week, and then we're watching how it performs, what kind of traffic we get at the open house, and then how many shares, because we're sending it to the seller so they can encourage their family and friends to share it, because obviously the more people we reach, the better.
Yeah, no doubt. So again, if you're a consumer watching this and this isn't happening for your home, get on the phone with your realtor right now, get them to figure it out. And if you're a realtor not using this, you're really missing the boat here, because we are converting more and more business and sales for our clients from social media. And just think about it, 100 million people a day. That's a bigger reach than a Super Bowl commercial. And it costs a hell of a lot less money. Anything you want to add in here, Val?
I think that covers it.
So you got any questions about this, ping us, comment below. If you have any topics you want to see covered in future episodes, let us know. And we'll catch you next week on Tom's Take. Thanks for watching.